Hi everyone, my name is Emily and over here is my guide dog Junebug. And in today's video, I'll be telling you guys the difference between guide dogs for the blind and the seeing eye. So this is my guide dog Junebug. She's from the Seeing Eye in Morristown, New Jersey. And I was matched with her in May of 2022. But in the summer of 2021, I had the opportunity to go to Camp GDB, where we learned how guide dogs work and how to take care of guide dogs, and we even visited the campus in Boring, Oregon. And so let's get started. So the first difference that I will tell you about between GDB and the Seeing Eye is the breed of dogs. GDB only does Labs, Goldens, and Crosses, while the Seeing Eye does German Shepherds, Labs, and Crosses. Hi there, it's Emily from the future. I totally forgot to mention that the Seeing Eye does Labs, German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, and a mix between Lab and Goldens. But you might be wondering, what's the difference between the different harnesses? Well, while I was at Camp GDB, we get to learn about, I got to walk with a dog, so I got to walk with like a big black lab named Jamboree. So the difference between the harness of GDB and the Seeing Eye is that the GDB harness, like, you can like detach the harness, like you can detach. What I mean is, like, while the dog is still wearing the harness, you can like detach the handle, like it becomes a separate part of the harness, like for example when you're going on planes or buses. But unfortunately, Seeing Eye, their harness don't detach like that. Another main difference is like the harness design of the body of the dog. The Seeing Eye has a metal thing where you get to hold on to the middle part of the harness, it's right underneath the dog's belly, so you literally had to like belt it through that we call the martingale into, how do I explain it, into like the belt and into the and to make it I just go say make it stable. While that harness at GDB, there's no middle part. And when I first walked with Jamboree, I didn't like the way how the handle was moving like back and forth, like my shoulder was like rocking back and forth, like it was like because of the dog's shoulder. So that's what it was like. For those of you who could see, it was like this. While at the Seeing Eye, my hand was constantly stable because that middle part stabilizes the feeling of my hand of like the dog's shoulder while it's working. Another difference between the Seeing Eye and guide dogs for the blind is veterinary. If you go to guide dogs for the blind, I believe that they cover everything for you, all the vet bills, and when the dog retires, and like to like have your dog. Well, at the Seeing Eye, you have to pay for your own vet bills. But luckily, I have insurance to pay for Junebug's vet bills. In addition, another difference between the Seeing Eye and GDB is that the training methods. So GDB uses treats, while the Seeing Eye, we just use praise, like, come here, Junebug, come here. Like praise like this, good girl, good girl. Okay, you're showing the audience your butt. Okay, I like that. Yes, you're talking. Anyways, that's another difference. So we just use praise, but we only use treats when we are teaching the basics of targeting, which I mentioned that in a different video, I think, about targeting. That's when we use kibble, and when the dog gets to target something and we just praise them with kibble, then the kibble goes away. Also, another difference between guide dogs for the blind and the Seeing Eye is that when the dogs go up and down escalators, they had to wear shoes on the back of their paws so their feet won't get caught. While at the Singhai, the dogs are trained to like go on escalators without shoes, and at the Singhai they have a practice escalator in their facility to like teach their dogs how to go on escalators. And let's see, anything else? Also, oh yeah, one thing. Also like the footsteps are different. Like when you're making right or left turn, when like the commands are different between the Singhai and guide dogs for the blind. Like at the Singhai, when we tell our dog to relieve themselves, we said, okay, park time. That means to relieve themselves. While at guide dogs for the blind, they say, get busy, to have the dogs relieve themselves. But both schools, they have different footsteps on how to like turn right and left. But the thing is, guide dogs for the blind, they teach the dog halt, which means to stop, while the Singhai, they don't teach that word halt, and like they told us to stop. Is it like we naturally stop our dog, because like when your dog, we just learn how to slow down with our dogs. And let's see, and another big difference is the location of the guide dog school. The Singhai is in the East Coast, while guide dogs for the blind is in Oregon and San Rafael, California. And another difference is the training, the time that you spend in training. So if you go to guide dogs for the blind, you spend 2 weeks of training there. While at the Singhai, you spend, as a first-time handler, you spend 3.5 weeks there in training. While if you're a returning handler from the Singhai, you only spend 2.5 weeks of training. And also, a main difference between guide dogs for the blind and the Singhai is that guide dogs for the blind, I think they can only have 6 people maximum per class, while the Singhai, they can have 22 people maximum in a class, which is a lot, because I was in a class of 19 students with 19 dogs, and it was a lot of fun. So you guys might be wondering, Emily, why didn't you go to guide dogs for the blind? That's because I got declined, because they thought that I couldn't handle a dog, but guide dogs for the blind were wrong, because I have my lovable Junebug from the Singhai. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Anyways, that's today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't create arguments in the comments. Let's create this channel nice and friendly, and we will definitely see you on the next adventure. So bye. Hi there. I just want to pop in to say, like, personally, I cannot decide which school you should go to, either Guide Dogs for the Blind or the Singhai. It's all based on your choice, which one you want to apply for, because like I just don't want to create controversy, and you know yourself better than I do. So